Teya is out with two Qs, the Q100 Mark 12 and the Q100 Mark 23. Gonna shoot them side by side and give some thoughts, reflections.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to remember the original and pay attention to the trigger, pay attention to the sights, pay attention to my recoil, my ability to manage the recoil, and see where I am able to notice that changes have been made, because I'm not a gun nerd. So,
and for those who haven't seen the previous coverage on these things, between the Mark 12 and Mark 23, there was a change in traction. There was a change to slide design. That trigger get you?
No, I was actually ready for it. Man, I think maybe I just forgot how much fun these are to shoot. I'll hit it again in a minute. Yeah, they are fast. They are quick. They are accurate. I can't tell you anything about this trigger right now.
Not bad hits on steel, especially for rapid sight acquisition.
I think I'm struggling a little bit with the grip. This grip is a little bit large for me, as I noted just as I picked it up. However, let's move on.
So the action type is still a rotating barrel, but it's a different design on the Mark 23.
Okay.
Slide mass has changed on the Mark 23, and then the traction has changed a little bit. Plus, the Mark 23s are
lighter too.
Optics ready. A little bit. They shed some weight. I mean, all those stylish cuts on the slide, that's weight removed.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that's going to affect recoil management. Oh, it wanted to birthday bump. It didn't, but it wanted to. Flinched a little bit on that first one. Okay. We're going to pause for a minute. So the reason I wanted those 5 more rounds is the action on this is so fast and the trigger is so light and crisp that it almost makes it more difficult for me to control my shots. It's, I guess, for me, it's not as consistently predictable. Whereas with the Mk23, I was able to get into a groove with it. The original, because these triggers are so light, they can sneak up on me. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Because they're just right there. And if you are not an experienced shooter and you need a little bit more time to build that cadence, that one's going to get away from you. The trigger on this is really, really nice. I like the weight of it, or the way that it operates. I don't know.
It is different. I actually did a separate dedicated video on the Q1, the current Q100 trigger.
And this is the one we've talked about.
Yeah.
So I like it because it just makes it controllable. And I did, without rounds in the gun, try to pull it back without engaging the safety, and it doesn't go like Because at first I was thinking, well, maybe we're skipping over some things there, but no, like it's legit, and I like this so much, and am really glad that I took the opportunity to shoot it. Wouldn't mind the opportunity to shoot it some more. The sights are great. They're just what you would expect an iron sight to be, and they're easy to acquire. I have learned how to shoot with both eyes open to reduce the strain on my astigmatism, and they are just right there, the same as I would expect a dot to be there as I bring my gun to my, target focused. It's right there. So, yeah, I love it.
Did you notice, did the new traction make a difference for you?
Yes. Yes, I do notice that. And having been to some pretty warm training classes, I would appreciate that. I think I would get so frustrated by the end of my first day in Vegas with this that I would probably go to the little shop and get some sticky tapes. The only unfair comparison, or the unfair bit about this comparison, is that this grip was a little bit too large. But as far as my ability to control the gun with the slide weight, the cycle rate, and the weight of the trigger pull, I would choose this.
Yeah, you described it very well. There is certainly a rhythm to each gun, and each of us as shooters have a rhythm that works best for us or doesn't, and the rhythm is different between those two because the action type's a little different and the trigger's a little different. And
I bet I could get as quick as this with this as Graham would be on the other one. Okay, maybe not, because he's got the trigger to his advantage, but I mean that's what makes this one, in my opinion, a better overall firearm.
Is that something you'd want to try with a dot on it someday?
I mean, they both have their strong points. I am obviously classically trained with irons, coming to enjoy a dot, but it allows more room for error, I guess, than irons do. And it's really hard to get out of my competitive accurate mindset and just shoot, whereas irons force me to stay there a little bit longer and be a little bit better.
And back to the rhythm topic, I'm curious if running that with a dot, how you'd feel about the rhythm of it, because part of the rhythm of taking the shot is realigning the sights, and if you eliminate that, would you go faster more comfortably, or would it feel like the gun rhythm was too slow now because your sights were already there?
So I have noticed in practicing with iron sights more that I can shoot faster with a dot because it is right there, and as long as you stay target focused, your dot's going to stay where you want it to go, provided all the other things that could happen. So I personally can shoot faster with a dot when I'm target focused.
Makes sense.
So,
all right,
awesome.
That's
Thank you.
Mark 12, Mark 23, Q100. Yeah. Teya's take.